Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Wednesday evening, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Midwest Truck Series presented by SecureALift Boat Lift Restraint Systems. Tonight, twisty-turny night, road course night for the Midwest Truck Series drivers. Circuit of the Americas, Austin, Texas. That's the fastest guy in the happy hour, Garrett Boyd. Last week's winner looking to go back-to-back in the series. Pretty proficient at the road courses. And the guy that is second quick in this practice session right there, that's the 99 of Brandon Mackey. Adam Vinny. And your current points leader, the 5 truck of Justin Durand. Top 4, Greg Smith in the 6. Not on track right now, so we can't show you him. But we'll show you that Ryan Camba, the 204, is actually driving for Brock Bigelow tonight in the 27 truck. We'll flick around to some different drivers. 51 of Jonathan Scott come through. Good evening, Mr. Forstner. Quick shout out, Aaron and Mary Lee over at SecureALift for making sure that this thing can get live on the air for everybody to see. Hope you guys made it to the chat or are in the chat already. Tell everybody hello. If you've been here all week, you've seen some really, really good racing. Monday, Tuesday nights were really good. Expect the same here tonight, and then expect the same tomorrow night with the guys over at the Road to Pro Series. Full week of racing here. And it's going to be that way for a little bit. The Monday night guys are going to take some breaks. They're going to have some weeks off here in the next, let's see, there'll be a race next week, and then a week off, and then a race the following week, and then a week off. Or maybe there won't be a second week off. Nobody's really convinced or sure yet what's going to actually happen. I do know this here tonight. Durand, Mackey, Greg Smith, Garrett Boyd, Brock Bigelow, who is not here. So I'm wondering if Camba has to take the end of line for racing for Bigelow. Interesting. Let's find out. Let's see if we can find out if that's going to happen. Michael Everett, got a copy.
What's up? Yep, what's up?
Hey, we were curious up here in the booth. We forgot to consider it, think about it, or ask about it. Since Camba is driving for Bigelow, does he have to take the end of line?
I didn't even realize I didn't realize he was driving the truck. No, he still can qualify in that truck.
Yeah, he still qualified, but will he have to go to the back for the top 5 in points since he's driving for that driver?
No, he's not. No, he's just driving the truck, the sponsor. Yep.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, we were just curious. We wanted to make sure because, 27 on the truck, 27 and 5th in points, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. All right. Yep.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right.
Thought we would go to the top of the food chain and ask the question and asked and answered. So we'll just move on from there. You know what? We're forgetting to do things that we know we're supposed to do, and we're really bad about it, actually. We try to post this link so that the guys over there can share it with their people. And that's going to do it. Practice is going to come to a close. And we will get ready for the qualifying session. Justin Durand, quickly, Durand out and rolling. Mackey's out. We're going to try to watch a little bit of each lap here. Mackey's already down the hill, so. There comes Boyd. Just rolling out. We'll probably watch a little bit of these three because we know they were really quick. We'll probably try to watch a little Adam Vinny, too. Still gravel. From a phantom gravel pit. I haven't seen a gravel pit in that corner yet, so. I'm not sure where the gravel keeps coming from. All right, a lot of drivers on the track. Harley Barletta is out there. Greg Smith is already into the stadium section. Garrett Boyd is just beginning the stadium section. Brandon Mackey is going to be coming around. Couple of corners, and he'll head up the front stretch, and he'll be on the clock. Closest driver to that is actually Greg Smith right now. He and Justin Durand pretty close to being on the time clock. Long ways around here. Minute and 40 plus. 35 times around they will go. up the hill. And Justin Duran just now starting up the hill. Brandon Mackey's already through turn one. He'll work his way through the second and third turns here, and then he'll start into the S's. We know he's going to the back, but he's qualifying for points. Adam Vinny is just right there as well. So Greg Smith's about to turn into the stadium section here of this road course. There'll be some gravel off on the right side of this corner here. Piles of it. Yeah, the racing surface is pretty well cleaned off, though. Boyd's about to be in there. Durand is in that same section now. And Adam Vinny's going to head down here a couple corners, and he'll be turning it onto the front stretch to get his first time lapped in. Brandon Mackey make a wide or left-hand corner, pick up some speed, head down to the final corner. Oh, and he slid the truck, and he's been downshifted a little too fast right there. So Mackey's going to have a problem. That will be a 0-time lap. Got all the way to the final corner. Adam Vinny, 142.08. Let's see if Boyd is quicker. And he is 140.18. He's a full second quicker than the 64. Now, he has to go to the back, and Vinny will not have to go to the back. So that's going to give Adam Vinny a big advantage. Michael Everett times in sixth quick, 154.67. Corey Blevins is on track as well. He was off track, so that time will probably not count for him. Here comes Harley Barletta. He's working lap number 2. 144.73 for his first lap. Looks like Adam Vinny's going to go ahead and run the full second lap. See if he can improve on his 142.80. He's got to make up a second somewhere. Time going to run out. Qualifying has come to a close, and Garrett Boyd, who has been on a run, did not have a lot of luck last night at Michigan. But the 4 previous races before that, all podium finishes. So let's look at the grid. Boyd with pole position 141.82. And Adam Vinny, who will stay right there on the outside of that front row in the 64 truck. Craig Smith will move up to the pole in the 6, and he'll have Justin Durand leaving him out of row number 2 to go to the back. 5 truck. Points leader, he'll start dead last. Harley Barletta, the 81, and Ryan Camba tonight in the 27 truck in row number 3. Jonathan Scott, the 51, Todd Keir, the 88, in row 4. Row 5 is Michael Everett, the 8, Brandon Mackey, the 99. And then it's Corey Blevins in the 24 and Mike Forstner in the 69, filling in the 6th row. Cody Smith, the 7, Brad Ebel in the 56. They make up row 7. Row 8 is Hayden Herman in the 01, Travis Downing in the 10. And then the 45 of Todd Cleek next to the 55 of Kyle Gomez back in row 9. And Jacob Mashburn, the 22, Russell Harold in the 19 in row 10, rounding out the field. Going to start about midway. This shuffle to the back is going to have to happen pretty quickly. The 2 trucks on the inside. The 21 and the 6 will move out of line. The 5 out of that right-hand lane will move out. And they'll start heading back, and you'll see that truck 5th back on the outside row also drop to the back. And then it'll be the mad dash to try to catch up to everybody up front. And these guys that have to go to the back, they got to be very careful. Slower trucks, trucks that might get a little out of shape, trucks that may go off track. As we will roll, the trucks will move out of the way. They'll have to do this pretty quickly. Let's see where these guys are. Yeah, you see, they got a little bit of time here. They can get this done pretty quickly. Harley Barletta. Up to the front. Ryan Camba, row 2 on the outside right there. Everything that's going to happen weird is probably going to happen down here in turn 1, right on this start. It's a mad dash across the line and up the hill. Then things get a little wild because it's more than a 180-degree turn coming back. Super tight. There's not a lot of room. There's a lot of racetrack. There's just not a lot of room in that corner. And we'll see contact. We might see somebody get spun out. All right. Pace car is going to get out of the way here. We're going to get ready to start. 35 laps. The Midwest Truck Series presented by SecureALift Boat Lift Restraint Systems. And the green flag in the air. The crazy run up the hill to turn number 1. Adam Vinny probably going to get there first on the outside, but he's going to get company down on his left. He'll get away clean, and he'll have the lead out of turn number 1. No problems behind. Yeah, a couple of problems behind. A couple of drivers off track. Looked like Ebel was off track. Corey Blevins late to it. He started in the pits. Russell Harold didn't make the call. So Vinny, Barletta, then it's Ryan Camba. And Camba said he had some obstacles to give to everybody. He said there's a lot of gravel saved up in the bed of that truck, and he's going to help spread it around. I don't know what that means, but we are pretty near single file back through the field till you get back there to the 6th truck of Greg Smith. Down the inside, and then Mackey and Boyd are going to go at it side by side. Boyd already has damage on the nose of that 21 truck. Got into the back of somebody. It's Michael Everett here. Everett 10th and going to fall back. He's wide on the corner. Got moved out of the way. Pushed off the line. Boyd, Smith, and Mackey got by him. Vinny still out front. 1.4 seconds already. Still on lap number 1, Harley Barletta. Ryan Camba, Todd Keir, Jonathan Scott, Travis Downing through 6th. And then here come the guys from the back. Boyd, Smith, Mackey. There's Michael Everett in 10th. There's Justin Durand. The 4 trucks that went to the back already in the top 11. Hayden Herman, Kyle Gomez, and Cody Smith. And Kyle Gomez problem getting up through the gears, it looked like, and Cody Smith flew right by, and here comes Todd Kleek to go by as well, so that'll put Gomez back here 14th, 15th, now 15th for sure. And then Mike Forster, who said, oh my, he may not make all the laps, but he is going to try to keep the tires on the track at all times. Jacob Mashburn, Brad Ebel, and then Corey Blevins, quite a ways off of the lead. He's already about a lap down. I don't know how that happened. He got out before they got to turn 1, but he was a lap down. So 1.6 seconds at the front. Let's check on our guys from the back because Boyd is now in 5th. Greg Smith is right behind him. He's watching Boyd try to overtake Todd Keir, and Boyd's going to get it done pretty quickly. Front end of that truck, all kinds of bent up. We'll see what it does for his, if he has an overheating issue. This is 7 seconds behind Adam Vinny. Now Mackey trying to get to Keir, and he just dives it to the right-hand side. Takes the spot over. Justin Duran still hung up. He's 9th right now. He's a turtle in these things. He will just keep plugging away, and pick up the spots. 2 laps complete. Working on lap number 3. Durand now up to the 8th spot, closing in on Todd Keir. That's Greg Smith right in front of Keir. Mackey's a ways up there. Mackey is about 3 seconds behind Garrett Boyd. So Kamba still up here in the 3rd spot. Good run for the normal driver of the 204. In the 27 for the sponsors in this truck tonight, because Brock Bigelow not able to be at the racetrack. Giving it a ride here early in the top 3. He's closing in on Barletta. He may make a bid for 2nd right about the time Boyd gets there. Once that happens and the clean track opens, we'll see how long it takes Garrett Boyd to run down Adam Vinny. He'll have some time to make up. Camba's still 3rd. Got close to Barletta and then got a little sideways a couple corners ago. Lost a bunch of ground. On to the front stretch. You can see the leader getting ready to go up the hill. There's 4th place now on the straightaway with him. Brandon Mackey now there, and there's Greg Smith. There's Justin Duran. So top 5 in the points already inside the top 7, and they're all one front stretch away from catching up. Hayden Herman took the 01 truck straight to the garage a minute ago, and you can see a lot of damage on this 22 truck of Jacob Mashburn's. Front end is mashed up pretty good, and their right side fender is caved in quite a ways. About 55 seconds behind this guy right here. Give him clean air. He's going to do some things. He does some things when you got to start at the back. But you give him clean air, and he's going to be pretty dangerous. Barletta Cama now has company. Boyd is right there. Boyd will square off that corner and try to get to the inside. He couldn't quite get there. He wanted to be on the inside right there, get into this corner. Now he's going to try to go around the outside as we get ready to head down to the final couple of corners here. And Boyd will slink right by it. 7.6 seconds, 7.7, dang. Losing time to the leader now. He's going to have some work to do to make that back up. Barletta is still 2nd, 6.3 seconds behind Vinny, and then it's another 1.7 back to Boyd, and another half second back to Camba, and from Camba back to Mackey. And it's about 2.6 seconds. Mackey up to 5th. Here comes Greg Smith, and then there goes Justin Duran. Downing just now getting on the straightaway, and he's got a trail with him. Todd Keir, Jonathan Scott round out the top 10. Those 3 trucks fairly close together. It's Michael Everett, Cody Smith in the 7. On pit road, I don't know if that was because of an incident. He may have had an off track right there. He did. He had an off track. Run out Adam Vinny is making it look fairly easy out front. Take a quick peek. We'll see where everybody is around the racetrack. Barletta gives way to Boyd. 7.25 seconds, let's call it. The gap now that Boyd up to second. There's still 30 laps to go. Everybody's got to make pit stops. 7 truck officially retired from the race. There's Vinny at the stripe, and now second, third, and fourth are on the same straightaway. They are just quite a ways behind. Lap times roughly the same: 1:43.04, 1:43.06, 1:43.43. In your top 3 right now. Barletta still third, and he is staying in touch with the 21 of Boyd. Ryan Campbell still in the 4 spot. Doing a good job tonight driving the 27 truck. Was about 8th or 9th quick in the pre-race happy hour. He's getting it around the track pretty smooth right now. Brandon Mackey's starting to close in on him. He's got it down to about 2 seconds. It was a little wider earlier. Adam Vinny's still out front, but the gap is closing. It's down to 5.5 seconds. So they head up the front stretch. Make it 5.8 seconds officially. Well, let's go find the 69 of Mike Forstner, up to the 13th spot now. He said, I am just going to cruise. I'm going to keep it on the track. Whatever happened, happened. Doesn't want to wreck race truck. So Kenny's not going to race the truck tonight. Or he's not going to wreck the truck tonight. He's going to just race it around and get what he can. Not a road course fan, and we know that from the DSRL bunch when they did night after night road course racing, and that was, I'm sure, like hot needles to the driver of the 69. Just not a road course fan at all. Says there's no reason to turn right. Doing a pretty good job. He is not got a ton of pace, but he's very smooth with the truck. It's not out of shape. It's not missing corners and dancing all over the place. Kyle Gomez is just behind that. And I say just. He's about 10 seconds behind Forstner, but he's all by himself just making the laps. Todd Cleek is right to the bumper of the 8 truck, and the A. Oh, no. Everett didn't spin it all the way around, but he's going to give a couple of spots away here, maybe. Now he actually got it righted. He gives up 1. He gave the spot to Cleek. Forstner just didn't quite get there. Somebody was off in the gravel recently. Let's go back up front. 5.6 seconds now between that man right there, Adam Vinny, who has led from the drop of the green flag, back to this guy right here, Garrett Boyd. And Boyd is looking to go back-to-back in the series. go and get official numbers for the points. $29 points from Durand to Mackey, 1-2. Another 36 to Greg Smith, 38 to Garrett Boyd, and it was 40 to Brock Bigelow, 43 to David Durand, who is not here tonight. Mike Forstner, 7th in the points, 48 back. Corey Blevins, 51 back. Adam Vinny, 55 back in 9th. We're used to seeing him in the top 5 at all times. And then Cody Smith was 10th in the points coming into tonight's road course. So we'll see what it looks like next week after the road course, because there'll be some shuffling in the points going on. .003 when they made the corner. It's 4.8, 4.9 seconds at the line. So Boyd is reeling him in. A lot of time left, and they still have to make a pit stop. Barletta still hanging on to 3rd, and Camba strong, still in the 4th spot. Mackey's going to dive away inside, and he tried to get out of the view of Camba, make him make a mistake, and Camba just drove the corner, and he's going to hang on to the spot. Head down through the S's. Oh, got a little out of shape there. Mackey going to try to outbrake him into this corner, and then we'll see if Camba can cross it over. He did not get the power back down, so Mackey now up to 4th. Another second chopped off of Adam Vinny's lead. Boyd has it down to about 4 seconds, 4.1 seconds. Yeah, they're getting closer together. Up that front stretch. Boyd's still there. So about a half second made up that last lap. Barletta still hanging on to 3rd, and Mackey got around Camba. Camba now has given up another spot. He gave up a spot to Greg Smith just now. And Justin Durand slowly closing in on the 204 truck, which shows a 27 on the door. Don't be confused, folks. Camba just representing sponsors. There's Aaron and Mary Lee. So we are watching the 27, which is really the 204 tonight, as Camba giving that truck a ride. 3rd for a long time, has fallen back to 6th. Gap at the front closing up some more. It's down to 3.4 seconds now. And there's where Camba is struggling. Just a couple of the left-hand corners. He is just not very smooth in. Tires are starting to get a little old as well, losing a little bit of grip. We've been out here for about 10 laps. That's a lot of corners. Let's go look. Adam Vinny's going to hit the stripe. And there is Boyd. They have lapped Corey Blevins. Let's go look at Kyle Gomez. Just had a... Oh, he's going to miss turn 1. This turned very hard because it is super sharp. It comes back around, and he was way up there on them rumble strips. And I think he is... just going to miss. It's down to 2 seconds now. They're starting to find some lap traffic. That's Brad Ebel that's just a little ways in front of them. It's about 5 or 6 seconds in front of these guys. And then there's Boyd. Yeah, it was almost 9/10 of a second the last lap. The 21 was faster than the 64. Brandon Mackey now up to third. Let's go see where Mackey passed Barletta. Up the front stretch, he got him on the last corner, got to the inside, and he's just going to out-drag race him down to turn one. Barletta still about 10 truck lengths, 15 truck lengths back, and now Greg Smith is starting to reel these guys in. Fifth place truck closing in on fourth and third place right now. He was good in the practice session. Showed some consistency, had good pace. Corey Blevins letting Mackey go by. Gonna let Barletta go by as well. We'll see what transpires here for Mr. Smith. He left the door wide open. I know that. And there goes Greg Smith by. So now we're down to a second and a half. Vinny can see him in the mirror clearly now. Good evening, Mr. Bill. Uh, 12 laps will have been completed here. It is about a second and a half. Here's Justin Durand, your points leader, sixth. Just got around Ryan Kamba about a lap ago. Kamba still in the top 7. Started in the top 5. I want to say he started 4th officially. He has given that SecureALift truck a pretty good ride tonight. Hasn't been off track too much. Has been out of shape a couple of times. Missed a couple of corner entries, but he's given it a pretty good ride. As we're going to go closer to the front now. There's your two leaders getting closer and closer together. Brandon Mackey 16 seconds behind second place. Got a lot of work to do if he's going to catch those two at the front. Barletta and Greg Smith 4th and 5th. Durand is up to 6th. Kamba, then Downing is quite a ways back. Downing is about 33 seconds behind Ryan Kamba. Long ways back. Quarter track back. Vinny's figured something out in the last two corners. He runs super wide, uses a ton of track, and he opens the gap a little. Boyd seems to get him pretty much the rest of the way around. And then he'll lose 0.3 of a second in the last two corners and has to make that up from turn 1 all the way back down there. And now it's under a second. We're going to stay here because it's going to continue to get close. Right after this stadium section, Vinny just runs way out in the runoff area, and he is able to really keep the power down. And he will open that gap up just a little bit. They're coming up to Michael Everett. Everett is 13th. Last truck on the lead lap, and he's going to let the 2 leaders work right by him. This next set of corners, Vinny will run the truck way out to the right. Way off in the runoff area. That time Boyd did the same thing. But he got back out to a 1.4 second lead. And now it's down to 1.2. And Boyd has been quicker. We'll see if he's quicker this lap. Yeah, about a half second quicker that lap. 1:45.32 and 1:44.84 for those two. Brandon Mackey, he's losing some time to the 2 leaders. He's out to a 19-second deficit now. Barletta's still about 4 seconds behind him, and then Greg Smith ever closer to that 81 truck. Justin Durand, 37 seconds off the lead and about 13 seconds behind 5th place. And then Ryan Kamba, 41 seconds behind the leaders. Let's go check. This is the last truck on the lead lap. That's the 45 of Todd Cleek. About 6 or so seconds ahead of the leaders. We'll show you where they're at. You can see the corner. There's Adam Vinny coming into the frame right there. And Vinny almost missed that whole corner. That is going to let Boyd get real close. It's under half a second now. Todd Cleek off the track right there, front of the leaders. Now up this long front stretch, can Boyd use the draft and close in on the 64? It's just about 0.6 of a second at the line. And once again, it was about 0.7 of a second faster for the 21 truck. It's going to get good at the front any moment here. Boyd is right there. It's only about 3 truck lengths now. And he's right to the bumper of the 64 right there. Little slow off that corner. He lost about 0.3 of a second. He's just a little quicker through the S section of the track on the front end. Was a little off pace there. He lost a half second through that section. He's been better till we get to right here every lap until that lap when he was right there at his bumper. car off the track. That was Mike Forstner was way wide. He did not wreck the truck, but he was way wide. And the leaders will go by. Last time we came through here, it was 0.6 of a second. This time it's going to be closer to 1.1. So make it up, give it away. Brandon Mackey almost to the back of 13th place, Michael Everett. And he goes around Everett. Mackey is 20 seconds. He's kind of leveled out now. 20 seconds. It's kind of where he's been for the last lap or two. Let's go back towards the front and see the gap's closed back down. Now we'll see if this is the section where it opens back up. Just a tiny bit quicker through that section. And he's been just a tiny bit quicker through a couple of these sections down here at this end of the racetrack, right before we start heading up the front stretch. Garrett Boyd's going to head for pit road. He'll be the first truck to head for pit road. So he ran 16. And he's going to split it up. Vinny's not going to be able to stay out long probably like that. Here comes Brandon Mackey around. He is going to stay out another lap. Boyd into his pit stall. Four tires going on it. Greg Smith now up to third. Just went by. Why Boyd was in the pits. Harley Barletta is on pit road as well. And there goes Justin Durand. Boyd in second. I think he got out in fourth. He's right in front of Justin Durand. You can see him going down the hill on fresh tires. He'll be crazy fast for the next few laps. And we'll have to see how Adam Vinny manages his pit stop, if he continues to race or if he gives up the time to complete the laps. There goes Barletta out. Everybody else is just getting around. Well, we're going to focus on this truck right here because Vinny's getting close too. The entrance to pit road. Couple more corners here. We'll see if he dives off. It was about a second. Now it's 35, and Vinny's not going to waste any time. He is going to go in. So we'll see where he comes out. One lap fresher tires is what he'll have. Travis Downing on pit road. Already in his box. Tires going on. And there goes Garrett Boyd. He got in front of Adam Vinny. Couple of seconds. Now we'll see if he can maintain it, drive away, or if Vinny can run him down. Brandon Mackey is currently the leader. .12 seconds ahead of Boyd and Vinny. Will he come to pit road this time? Ryan Campbell fourth, and then Greg Smith fifth, Barletta, Durand. Keir and Scott, the last trucks on the lead lap right now. Just waiting to see. If Mackey tries to go to pit road, he'll go another lap. Bad entry into that corner. Way overdrove the entry into the final turn. So now let's go find Adam Vinny. Adam Vinny is coming down to that final turn, and there goes Garrett Boyd. That gap is about 4 1/4 seconds from Boyd to Vinny, and they got Travis Downing in between them right there. Here comes Ryan Camba to pit road. Boy, we moved the camera to the Cambinator right at the right time, didn't we? He'll head for pit road. Greg Smith, will he go to pit road? He will not. Barletta's already been on and off pit road. Looking for Justin Durand here. Durand has already been to and from pit road. So Campbell, one of the last trucks to actually head for pit road. Michael Everett has not pitted yet. Kyle Gomez is now on pit road. He'll be one of the last 2 trucks. He and Brandon Mackey. So keep our eye on the 99-year leader. It's only 5.6 seconds now. There's second place. At the back of the shot. So it was 20-second deficit when the pit cycle started. Here comes Brandon Mackey to pit road. I didn't think he could afford to stay out any longer. Boyd will hit the corner. And Garrett Boyd will assume the lead for the first time tonight. After going to the back. And we'll see what the gap looks like to Adam Vinny. It's 5.4 seconds. Mackey into his stall. Mackey's going to go in first, and he's going to blend back in third place. Greg Smith just now coming up that front stretch, and Mackey's going to get to turn 1 before the 6 truck. Garrett Boyd out in front, trying to go back to back, and man, he's opened up the gap. 6.5 seconds now on Adam Vinny. Mackey is 25 seconds behind Vinny. Oh, big blink. I don't know if that was them or me. I think it was Mackey. And then there's Greg Smith. Harley Barletta is 5th. Durand is 6th. They're right behind Mike Forstner. Forstner in 12th. Forstner going to let those guys go by. Keep it out of the sand trap and let Durand and Barletta battle for the 5th position. Let's go find Ryan Camba. There's Ryan Camba, the last truck on the lead lap. About 24 seconds ahead. Ooh, Ebel. And Brad Ebel is going to have a barbecue over here right after the S's, and he's going to back that truck way up out of the way so that nobody has to deal with all that. And there goes Boyd right through that vacated area. And Adam Vinny is going to come through that area as well. 8.2 seconds, the gap. Mackey still down in turn 1. Greg Smith to the back of the 88 of Todd Keir. Keir in 9th. What a wild place to make a pass going into the S's. Jonathan Scott is right behind that. Scott and Keir racing for position. It'll be a race for the 9th and 10th spots. Comes Justin Durand. He got around Barletta. Yeah, he's pretty good at the road stuff. He likes to spend a lot of time doing it. He does a lot of hill climb stuff. There you see Barletta behind Justin Durand for 6th. Camba's still on the lead lap. Working the truck around. Try to get it back to the finish. There's your leader, Garrett Boyd. We can show you that Boyd is down here at the bottom end of the racetrack. And there's Adam Vinny, that full straightaway behind. The 99, well, he's up at the S's right now. And that is 34 seconds behind the leader. You can see how close Garrett Boyd is getting to Ryan Camba. It's still about 17, 18 seconds. Camba up the front stretch. And we'll see where Boyd is when Camba gets to the top of the hill and has to make that hard left-hander. And it is about that front stretch, the difference between 7th place being a lap down and staying on the lead lap. Here comes Adam Vinny. He'll start that run up the long straightaway. Brandon Mackey still back in the stadium part of the track. Greg Smith is a little ways behind him. Justin Durand is even further back than that. Qualified on the pole. Had to go to the back. Drove his way through the traffic. Apparently not unscathed because the nose of that truck has been a little caved in the middle since we got to turn 1 on lap 1. Adam Vinny started on the outside of the front row, took the lead from the drop of the green flag, gave it up on the exchange during pit stops. Came out about 3 or 4 seconds behind Boyd, and that has grown to nearly 10 seconds now. This will be about 11 laps to go here when Boyd gets up the front stretch. Brandon Mackey qualified about 9th, went to the back, has driven his way to 3rd, but he does not have the same pace as the leaders, and he is about 36 seconds behind Boyd and about 26 seconds behind Adam Vinny. Greg Smith also had to go to the back after a good qualifying effort. He's worked his way back to the 4th spot. A little under a minute behind the leaders. And then Justin Durand is just about 4 seconds behind Greg Smith. And he started dead last in the field. And has a top 4 run going, or top 5 run, excuse me, going at the moment. He's about 5 seconds ahead of Harley Barletta. I probably don't need to say that he's the fastest truck on the track, but he is the fastest. There's only 3 trucks in the 144 bracket, and he's at 144 flat. Everybody else is at 144 and change. Shouldn't have peeled at that. I knew it. Garrett Boyd, Adam Vinny, Brandon Mackey, Greg Smith, Justin Durand, Harley Barletta, Ryan Camba still on the lead lap. About 12 seconds. With 11 laps to go, Boyd could, in theory, catch him. I don't know if he wants to run that hard or not. Got a 10-second lead on Adam Vinny. Through the S's, Vinny will be coming in. Yeah, Vinny was just coming into the S's right there. Talked to Garrett Boyd before the race tonight, and he said, I don't know. I'm really not doing anything special. I just am keeping the truck on the track. I'm finding the mark at each corner to get in, and I'm trying not to spin the tires or slide the truck as much as I can. I'm not really doing anything special, because I asked him why he was a second faster in that practice session than the rest of the field. He said, I just really am not doing anything special. Just driving the truck. There you can see Greg Smith, and the yellow truck, the yellow and black truck is Justin Durand right there. There's Harley Barletta coming through the S's as well. He's 6th. And Camba's headed up the hill. Let's see when he's at the start-finish line where Garrett Boyd is at. Well, we don't have to look too hard. He's right there. Now I think that Camba may lose a lap here. Looks like Boyd is content to just put 143.8 on the board. Adam Vinny ran a 144 the last lap, a 143.65, so he was quicker this time. And Camba does go a lap down. There comes Adam Vinny. Oh, and Camba having all kinds of problems all of a sudden with that 27 truck. Goodness gracious. Cut through the S's. Saves the truck. Didn't wreck it. Adam Vinny's going to close in on him, though. So we're inside 10 to go. It's going to be 8 to go when Boyd gets back to the start-finish line here in just about 4 corners. So 6 trucks on the lead lap, and there's Harley Barletta in turn 1. There's your leader. He is way around. We can show you on the map. Barletta is headed up the back straight into the S's. And Boyd is now down, making the turn to go up 2. The start-finish line. So it is about a half a track exactly. The difference. 8 to go. Out front, the 21 of Garrett Boyd. Here comes Adam Vinny. 10.5 seconds. And then Brandon Mackey has only lost a second and a half in the last 6, 7, 8 laps. So his pace has been pretty good. Justin Durand now just got around Greg Smith. Let's go watch that because that just happened. Oh, Smith took it off track right here, getting into the stadium section of the racetrack, and Durand slipped right by. So that might be fun to watch the rest of the race. It's going to be the closest race on the track, at least for the time being. Getting down to the end of this one. It's going to be 7 laps to go. Here comes Adam Vinny through that same section. Vinny's starting to close the gap. He's got it down to 9.5 seconds. 7 laps to go. Tall order, unless Boyd has a problem, makes a mistake, gets the truck backwards. For Vinny to make up that time there. Todd Cleek will be the next truck that the leader encounters. Cleek, 12th, and already a lap down. 2 laps down, now 3. Well, maybe now 2. Let's see what his lap count looks like. Yeah, he's 2 laps down now. And that's Corey Blevins. Blevins is also 2 laps down. Vinny now to the back of the 69 of Mike Forstner. Forstner, couple laps down in the 13th spot. Going to let the 64 roll by clean. Comes Brandon Mackey. Still 36 seconds. He has been mirroring the times of the guys in front of him. Staying out that extra few laps probably cost him, I'm going to say, a good 10 seconds minimum. Because those guys on fresher tires are just, they're cutting off 3-second faster laps, 4-second faster laps. It only takes 2 or 3 of those, and you're a long ways behind on the stopwatch. So Mackey on the end of the straightaway, and the leader is already down through the S's. So about half a lap now. It'll be the wave lap when we come around this time. 5 to go. Russell Harold, Hayden Herman, Cody Smith, and Jacob Mashburn, along with Kyle Gomez and Brad Ebel, have retired from the race. So from 15th on back. Michael Everett right here, the last truck running. He is a couple of laps down, about 2.5 laps down. But he is going to get a chance to be there when the checker flag falls. And that's an accomplishment all into its own. Check on Ryan Kamba again. The first truck a lap down. Barletta. Quite a ways in front of, about 30 seconds in front of the leader. There's no chance, unless he wrecks the truck, that Harley Barletta will get knocked off the lead lap. So we're going to finish with 6 on the lead lap, as we are wave lap 5 to go. Adam Vinny across the stripe. He'll head up the hill as well, coming up on Todd Cleek. And I think that's Corey Blevins right in front of him. Yeah. There's Mike Forster going through turn 1 again. Vinny got around Cleek getting into the S's. See where Brandon Mackey's at. Coming down the hill, he's headed for the S's. And he has maintained, he's kept it in that 36 seconds, 36 to 37 seconds for the better part of this last run after pit stops. That's where he came out, was about 35. And now he's 37. So he's lost 2 seconds over 12, 13 laps. His pace has been good. And it's going to be 4 to go this time. Boyd, 10 seconds in front of Adam Vinny. Justin Durand is 4th, and he's coming through the stadium section. He'll be headed for that final corner here in just a moment. Greg Smith has lost touch with Durand since Durand got by him. You can see a little damage on the left side of that 6 truck. And then there's Harley Barletta, the last truck on the lead lap, and he's working his way closer and closer to Smith, and he's got quite a little bit of racing left in front of him. He could get there. He could get a top 5 out of this. That guy was the quickest in the pre-race happy hour. He qualified number 1. Went to the back of the field. And he is going to have to make about 3 1/4 laps here. And he will get his 2nd win in a row in the series. And his 3rd in the last 6 races. He won last week on Monday night, turned around and won here on Wednesday last week, at a podium in between. The string got broken last night, but he had a podium on Monday night at DSRL again. Did not finish on the podium last night, but looks like he's going to go to victory lane again. So that is 2 straight weeks. That is not just a heater, that's consistency. 3 to go. Here comes Vinny up the hill. Vinny's chopped it down a little closer now. He's been roughly the same and maybe just a tiny bit quicker the last 4 or 5 laps. Just too big a deficit to make up. There comes Mackey up the front stretch. He'll get the 3 to go signal. Smith and Barletta have kind of equaled out now. Barletta not really catching. There goes Jonathan Scott. A lot of room to the leader. Got way out of the way. Todd Keir right in front of. And now behind the 21. Want to see Barletta is right there, and Boyd is just a couple of corners away from being. On the front stretch. So Barletta is safe. He should finish on the lead lap. Only got a couple laps to go. Here comes Vinny. Right at 10 seconds. Brandon Mackey back here in the stadium section. There's Justin Durand coming through that section we just watched Mackey go through. Barletta still sixthing on the lead lap. There's your first truck of lap down, Ryan Kamba. He will not have an opportunity to get that lap back. But he did a good job. He ran in the top 3 early in this and then slowly has faded. Back to the 7th spot, but he is going to finish within a lap of the leader. As we'll watch Garrett Boyd. Down to and through that final corner. Up the straightaway, he's going to get the white flag. He's just got to complete one more circuit to go back-to-back in the Midwest Truck Series. White flag in the air. 10 1/4 seconds. Through the S's for the final time. Couple of more corners. He'll be in the stadium section. Driven the truck all night long with that nose damage. Got it in turn 1, lap 1. And has still managed to pull out 10.3 seconds on Adam Vinny. Vinny led about the first 15 laps, 16 laps of this race. Another left-hander. And then down to the final corner and up the front stretch. For back-to-back wins on Wednesday night, Garrett Boyd going to go to victory lane here. Circuit of the Americas, hanging the rear end out on that last corner. And he picks up the win. Here comes Adam Vinny. About 9 seconds behind. Comes home second. Good run for Adam. And if Brandon Mackey can hang on here, and I think he can. He comes down to the final corner. A podium for the 99 truck. Points leader, Justin Durand. Couple of more corners for him. He'll pick up a 4th place finish, and then Gregory Smith is going to pick up a top 5 tonight here. Barletta will finish 6th, the last truck on the lead lap. And then it's Kamba, Downing, Scott, Keir, Cleek, Forstner, Blevins, Everett, Ebel, Gomez, Mashburn, Smith, Herman, and Harold. Start moving some drivers here. Wait for him to get to the front stretch, and then we'll start chatting with him. They got to make it all the way around. Garrett Boyd doing Garrett Boyd things. He likes to drift them. And Mackey will join them momentarily. As he makes his way onto the front stretch, he'll pull in behind him. Once he gets to a stop, we'll start talking to these guys. Brandon Mackey, got a copy?
I got you, Roger. How we doing tonight?
Doing all right. Solid in the practice session, a little off in the qualifying session, but you parlayed that up and got you a third place finish here. Tough place to race.
Yeah, it definitely is a tough place. I could find a one lap quick, but I didn't have anything for those guys up front. I wasn't consistent enough on this style of racing, but it is what it is. We did a good job. I overcooked it in qualifying on the last corner. I had to try and get enough to get the pole, get that bonus point, but
yeah, the whole world got to see
that. Well, I'm glad they watched me mess it up right at the end.
Yeah, all those corners.
All of those corners to mess it up on the last one with a good lap going. I would have been up there in the top 3, I think, with it too. But
15 other chances to make a mistake, and you picked that one.
Yeah, never was good at picking my timing.
Well, it is what it is, but you still come home third. I got to ask you, staying out that extra couple of laps, hindsight, was that maybe a little of a mistake because of the giant gap that you ended up not being able to overcome?
Like I said, I knew I didn't have anything for those guys. I was more racing the guys behind me, and I saw them pit, and I knew I had a big enough kind of gap where I could get a couple laps and then come out on some fresher tires and put down some good laps to pull away from them a little bit. So yeah, I if I was closer, I could have tried and pulled something to get against those guys, but those two are just kind of the class of the field when it comes to this style of racing, and we just take what we can get here and did a good job keeping it on the track. Only missed a few corners tonight, so we'll take that. Kept her pointed the right way the whole time, so good result. We'll take third, and we'll regroup and get back at her and see if we can get a win next week.
All right, man. Shout outs and thank yous, and we'll let you go.
All right. Well, first and foremost, just everybody out there watching, appreciate you guys tuning in. My parents and my girlfriend, I watch every week. As always, I appreciate them tuning in. Everybody here in the Midwest Truck Series, from all the guys running to admins that makes this thing go around. It's a lot of fun and enjoy racing in this, so appreciate all of them. SecureALift boat restraint systems, just they've been a huge sponsor for us, and we appreciate them. And maybe here in the coming weeks we get a little sneak peek of what's to come on Mondays, but we'll keep that under wraps for now. And then lastly, you, Roger, and Dirt Racing Networks for putting this on for us. It gives us a platform, and we really appreciate you guys doing this for us.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. I'll look forward to seeing you next Monday night to close things out over at DSRL at Homestead.
All righty, sounds good. We'll see you then. Have a good one, Roger.
Brandon Mackey finishing third tonight, and now started on the front row, led about the first 16 laps of this thing. Pit stop, I don't know. Adam, you're usually really good on those, but it looked like you lost a little time.
Yeah, I was a little slow getting in for sure. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter. I knew Boyd was going to be the man here. He's so good at these road course races, and before I knew it, I saw that he was in fourth, and I was like, it's just a matter of time. Hopefully I can keep him behind me, and hopefully potentially lead the most laps before he passes me. But yeah, he's just a heck of a driver. It doesn't even matter if it's road courses, oval, dirt, anything. The man can drive.
Well, you got a good qualifying lap in. You're out there out front, like you said. You saw him when he got to fourth, but you didn't really have too many challengers until he got there, and you actually fended him off pretty well. Caused him to make a couple of mistakes. Could you get out in front of him on The exchange of pits right there, you think you could have held him off for the last part at all?
Oh, heck no. To be honest, absolutely not. No, he's just, I was just trying to save tire. And I know he just manhandles like everything he drives, and it didn't matter. Tires was not an issue. But yeah, he did make a few mistakes. But yeah, no, there's no way.
Well, still an awesome job, and it's going to help you in the points, work your way back towards getting to that top 5, and every point you can make up is just that much closer to the top. We've seen you do it before. Got a long ways to go in the season. Can we close that gap?
Potentially. I've been struggling this year, whether getting into stuff or just having bad runs. It's just it hasn't been our year. It's driver. It's definitely driver. So I need to sit down, look in the mirror, and figure out what in the world's going on, and give this race team better finishes, and actually show what I'm worth.
Well, you need to give that guy a good rap on the noggin and tell him to get his stuff straight, all right?
Will do.
All right, man, give me some shout-outs before I let you go.
Yeah, sounds good. Appreciate you, Roger, and the Dirt Racing Network always putting this on for the fans that come out and watch us do what we love to do. And sometimes it's not always, Skittles and rainbows and all that. But yeah, I appreciate all them tuning in, and everybody here at the Midwest showing in week in, week out, and had a good count tonight. Hats off to them. I know it was not the easiest or the most fun. It was a lot more work than anything else, but everybody that showed up, and SecureALift boat lift restraint systems for sponsoring this league. Greatly appreciate all that they do, and everybody on the car, Beard Wisconsin, Small Batch Beard Oils and Balms, Next Level Litigation Support. We've got King's Roadhouse Bar and Grill down in Port Charlotte, Florida. Be sure to check them out. Happy to have them aboard. Wabam, Port Charlotte Lawn Care, Beef O'Brady's, always putting it on for everybody to watch us too. Greatly appreciate that. But yeah, just all the support through the headache this season so far. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks, everybody.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. I will see you Monday night over at DSRO.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
Adam Vinny, everybody. Finishing second tonight, and now let's grab the race winner. That is 3 in the last 6 and 5 of the last 6 on the podium. You had to go to the back. You got some damage early, but it really didn't make any difference.
No, I was really worried after the first turn. I was like, and the crew chief told me, like, hey, we're going to be down on power here, so do what you can. And I was like, oh boy, this is a great way to start the race. So yeah, it was interesting, and trying to be patient around everybody was a challenge.
Well, you get that call right after turn 1. You still got 35 essentially laps to go. Man, the way the front end was messed up, any thoughts about maybe it would overheat?
Yeah, I was worrying about that down the straight. Like, I kept checking it on the straightaways, and it was getting hotter, but it wasn't like up in the. It wasn't telling me it was overheating. So I was like, we're just gonna roll with it until it blows up.
Well, you get to Adam on the first run, and then we saw something a little uncharacteristic. We saw a couple of errors, and you get it down to a couple car lengths, and then all of a sudden he's back out to a second. What happened there?
Just old tires, and we were pushing the track limits, and sometimes when you jump over them curbs, it kind of does goofy things. So there's just a couple times I cut a curb wrong or got some wheel spin out of the corner, but I didn't want to push the issue because I figured I ran him down, so it wouldn't be that hard for me to get around him, but I didn't want to push the issue and make a mistake and take us both out and then have to fight with Mackie or whoever was behind us. Well,
you choose to be the first truck to pit. Was that by design, or was it just, hey, I don't want to have to mess around behind him anymore? If I go in, maybe I can get out in front of him, and then I'm really kind of free and clear. Yeah, that was my goal. I was like, I was just going to try to split it in half because we
could make 30 laps on fuel, so we were only 5 laps short. And I figured if I was able to get out on fresh tires, I could make up some more time on him, and then I'd be able to hop him in the pits. And that seemed to work pretty good. So yeah, that was it. It was by design to kind of split it and try to play, I guess, that strategy in that situation. But it was just to try to get some clean air, really, and be able to run the line that I want to run and not have to worry about, running into the back of somebody.
Well, it has been a heck of a 2 weeks. 3 wins, 5 podiums. Mr. Consistency right now.
Yeah, I wish we could start the seasons off like this. It seems to always be first couple races are a headache, and then we kind of turn it around. So yeah, it's been a pretty good 2 weeks of racing, and then real world stuff kind of sucks with the heat and everything going on, but we take the little wins that we can get.
All right, man. Awesome job here tonight. You're going to go back Midwest Truck Series with wins. Give me some shout outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate this one.
First, shout out to SecureALift for sponsoring the series, and then Port Charlotte Lawn Care. I think they sponsor this deal too. I think there's a couple of other ones I'm forgetting. Roger, you for putting this deal on and watching us turn laps every week, is being able to go back and watch. It's fun. Michael for putting the league on, and all the other guys that help run this deal. And then DSRL for sponsoring the truck, McConey Shut Up Shop, Quality One, and iRacing Hillclimb community. And then everybody watching us play make believe is weird, but everybody gets their kicks.
Awesome job, man. I will look forward to seeing you hopefully at a practice session here this week. If not, Sunday and Monday over at DSRL.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll try
All
to
right.
keep this hot streak rolling.
There you go. That's your winner tonight. Garrett Boyd, 3 out of his last 6, 2 in a row here, and 5 podiums. That is the model of consistency. And if you're going to be a race car driver, that's how you want it to be all the time. It doesn't always work out that way. So, like he said, you take what you can get, and you take them when you can get them. And right now, he's on a real good hot streak. Hopefully, he can keep that going for a while. Another one in the books. Man, what a fun race. I did not think this was going to be that much fun to watch, and it was. Road courses sometimes just are not. I mean, it's like watching paint dry sometimes, but these guys made it pretty good. And that battle that got to be up front there for a little while between Vinny and Boyd was very good until we got through the pit stop stuff. So awesome job by all the guys tonight. A couple of DNFs, but you're going to get that. Most everybody kept them on track and kept them out of the gravel pits, and that's the key to being good at a road course. So good job to everybody. I want to thank you guys for being here. Without you, there's no reason to do this. Without all the awesome leagues that give us great racing on a nightly basis here, there is nothing for us to cover, so a high five and a pat on the back. Quick reminder, tomorrow night, about 8 o'clock Eastern, the FUN Road to Pro Cup Series. Tune in, watch those guys. They've been new. This will be round 2 for us with them, but I think it's about round, 28, 29 in their season. We got to see them at Indy, so we'll see them again tomorrow night. Make sure you tune in, say hi in the chat. But until then, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down at all times, and come back and see us as soon